So I don't know what we're gonna call these.
Yeah.
3x3 is what it is. Episode 2 of the 2020 3x3s. I'm Dan.
I'm Robert.
Our 3 most interesting photos from last week, and we're just gonna chat about them.
Yeah. You wanna start?
Yeah. All right. Here, close your eyes. All right. We're gonna start with.
Ooh, dang.
Yeah.
Wow, great texture on this.
That's what stood out to me.
Yeah.
We were doing a ski day up at Blacktail Ski Resort. And I was riding the lifts and I was carrying a camera. And we were kind of above an inversion and heading into kind of like another layer of clouds. And
yeah.
Obviously a black and white photo. There really wasn't much color, but...
Yeah, it almost looks natural like that. But, oh yeah, that's
deep
very cool.
cuts.
Yes. Yeah, this was a part of the mountain that was not groomed, obviously, and it was looking really fun to get in there. We didn't really do a whole lot at this section, but yeah, nice line with the lift.
Yeah.
Just going forward. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a gorgeous day.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we were skiing on a proper mountain like that, or for myself, so it was just beautiful up there.
Yeah, I feel, you know, it's a 9x16 too, so it's like kind of that wide captures everything, and I think I mostly got lucky keeping everything in frame and kind of the way I wanted it to be, but you know, just, yeah, those raw cuts and just, I do want to print this photo. I think it would be a nice big photo, you know, just really get to look at those cuts. So yeah, that's my first photo.
Sick.
Yeah, that's my black and white photo for the week. I don't think I'm always gonna have a black and white photo, but this is my black and white photo for the week.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have one as well, so.
Alright, I'm not looking.
Okay. Alright. Also from that weekend. So you have seen this one, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was also shot on a really wide angle lens, and it was cropped down quite a bit.
Oh.
So, you know, it's not like distorted, but it was a wide angle shot. You know, I don't know. I fiddled with this one quite a bit with like brightening up those trees and trying to get some detail in the shadows and stuff. And I messed around in color with it, and I think it just worked the best. Pretty high contrast. I was finding it just pops the best. Keeping those trees dark and that sky pretty close to being, it's not blown out necessarily, but it's close.
Yeah, you still see a lot of texture in the sky.
Yeah, and then I guess composition-wise, I was fiddling with like that horizon being on that bottom third line, but kind of went something closer to halfway up.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty basic.
Dude, it's beautiful symmetry, you know, and there's no real distracting elements in there.
Yeah, pretty still water.
And it's quite a bright, you know, I think with shooting with reflections, you get twice as much light when you shoot a reflection.
That's true.
And it's that trippy sort of like distorted side of the same exact photo.
Yeah.
I think it's always gonna work. Like, I mean, those trees, you get twice as many trees because of that reflection. And, you know, these trees down here are a little bit kind of murky, shaky. And a little shaky, and these ones are crisp. I think you did a great job. And
I want to do more reflection shots for sure, and just push that a little bit.
Dude, cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Let's go with this one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa,
so
I haven't seen this.
Last week we were talking about Willem Verbeeck.
Yep.
He was Robert's inspiring photographer that he brought up, and I was very intrigued by his stuff, and last week just did a massive deep dive on all that stuff and really got stoked on kind of this street sort of style. And I've messed around with street, but definitely don't do it enough.
Right.
And so I was like, that's what I pushed myself this week. And so, you know, it's more architectural, but it was shot on the street. Yeah.
No, I like this. I see that inspiration. I mean, he's always like shooting kind of not quite like, you know, pitch dark time of night, but like these kind of off and blue hour, like past golden hour, obviously, and like getting those details in like the lights of random houses that are lit up. So that definitely,
they warm up the frame.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I was like,
you nailed it there.
I felt like, okay, I can't just shoot a lamppost. I want to, just like all the other street photographers.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I was like,
street corner.
it looks like the lamppost is maybe lighting up the stained glass, and like
it almost looks like that.
I would like to maybe try to seek out more stained glass. I think it's always backlit, so it's always kind of putting on a show.
Yeah.
And so catching it at this time of night, I just saw it and I was like, oh hell yeah, this is it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, there's a nice like kind of glow around the glass in general.
Yeah.
Like the detail in the brick.
You know, I didn't
Actually,
really.
the closer you look in, the brick is kind of fun to look at.
Yeah, you know, and I really didn't mess with the photo that much. I exposed it, the same photo, I bracketed it, so I took many different photos. I took it where like the street light was really dark, and then I overexposed it too, so that the brick was like almost red. And this is kind of where I landed, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah, I'd like to shoot, some more stuff like this.
Yeah, definitely give that channel a look. Willem Verbeeck, that's worthy. He's got some interesting things to say.
It's very impressive, yeah. Very humble dude, and it's
very
really cool.
Knows his stuff too, especially with film and street photography. He's got some good insights.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
very cool. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so I might as well do kind of my street shot, and I did show you this
Cool.
morning. So I don't even know what to say about this one. I just kind of like how it's a little gritty. The ground's wet. There's not much to it, you know, just a guy walking to work. This was shot through my windshield, so in a lot of ways I feel like this was a lazy pick on my end. I did shoot this morning. I had an alternative, but it was a shot for a client, and I felt a little weird. I do want to kind of keep these personally to be just kind of personal shots and not like shots like that I give to people or are for people, clients or whatever.
Art shots.
Yeah, art shots. So, you know, just kind of like a businessman going to work, or in some way or another a businessman or something.
I mean, dude, it's very simple photo, but like I think it's kind of like the sky is sort of moody. It's not like it's not happy sunny out. The ground is wet. This guy doesn't have his head up. You know, he's just looking straight down. It's like kind of the grind. One strap in it. I like that his foot is actually kind of blurry, but his head, it's like the movement's there.
Yeah, the movement is there.
But his head is nice and sharp, and then like you're getting like the Wilma sign on the back.
The thing is, like,
I think it's cool.
I didn't have much time to shoot this, so I shot it at like 1.8 or something like that. So like the fact that I even got anything in focus, it was autofocus, so I had to like try and get him in focus really quick. So I do kind of like how the lights with the cars are kind of, you know, a little bit out of focus. So there's some separation going on, but it's just a small step in what I want to take, you know, my street photography, the direction in, at least. So, you know, hopefully more to come, stuff like this. But
dude,
yeah, just kind of a moody January winter shot. You know,
off to work.
Yeah, the grind. Yeah,
dude, cool. I like it.
Yeah. That's my street shot for the week.
Dude, cool. Check it out.
Ooh, whoa.
A lot of color.
Dang, yeah, a lot of color.
Yeah.
That's a cool shot.
Yeah, it was again sort of that, like, kind of trying to find these scapes, kind of like these cityscapes of just a lot of color, a lot of texture. I took many photos from this shop, and there were some where like I had the neon sign in the shot, and then like on the puddles you could like see this light drawn out, but the neon sign it wasn't really cool, I guess. And I thought the way that it lit up this room was actually cooler. And this has got like a yellow paint, which is just weird.
And you still get some of that color on the ground, totally.
Oh yeah.
You know, it is a unique, like, at first I was like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, it's very busy, kind of.
It's like a mechanic shop or something, like an office.
Yeah. It's like a car shop.
No, I like that. It's kind of almost like cinematic looking.
Yeah. So that's like
good detail in the foreground too.
Yeah, I'd love
windows, like, you know, the sill and the blinds up top. Oh, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, you know, I agree. I'd love to do some like portraiture against neon light.
Yeah.
Get like faces that are just bizarre colors, like pinks, greens, reds.
Yeah,
that's where I'd like to take this.
It reminds
you
me
know?
of those types of shots, those like kind of like street shots you see. That's sweet.
Yeah. This is just next door.
Oh, is that right?
At Gary's.
Oh, is that the next to the gas station? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's kind of a funny shop. It's a little rundown, I would say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean like these have been hit by cars left and right. Like this corner, so I did a little bit of a crop job on this, but the corner has absolutely been hit by a car.
Just taken out.
And that's yeah, it's not pretty. Like
No.
it's not a pretty shop, but it's authentic as hell. You know, they're not. It's not. They do what they do, and they're not doing anything extra. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. No, I like that. Like you can see everything going on in that office.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
That's cool. Last shot.
Last shot.
And now that I look at it, it looks a little dark. So this is a shot of the barn where I live. And with these nighttime shots, at least for me, the more I like try and bump the shadows and see more detail in the foreground and stuff, it just gets noisy. And you start to see the, you know, the grain a little bit, like in the clouds, you can kind of see it. But those stars really were pretty punchy, so you can totally see them. And you can see like Orion's belt kind of right in the center, pretty clearly. Yeah, just a simple shot. Honestly, I was thinking of Willem Verbeeck again. You know, I was shooting, you know, just a house at night. Now this was pretty deep into the night, so it was pretty dark. This was, I think, like a 15-second exposure.
No moon, right?
No, yeah, no. Because it would normally be coming up in that direction, so I don't think there was much of a moon. 20-second, f8. I definitely did drop the highlights to get more detail in that top window, which, in my opinion, is really cool. It's like you normally can't get like that type of thing without editing. Yeah. Like that would be normally pretty blown out. But it just like caught a surprising amount of detail, like with that overhang.
Yeah, that overhang is all nicely lit up. Looks warm. Your house looks warm.
Yeah.
You know, if you told most people this is in the middle of a city, it's not in the middle of a city, but like we're in a city.
Close enough.
You know, it's like, no, but these are the stars I see in my backyard. This is my house in the middle of winter.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it was pretty impressive, the stars that night. It gets fairly dark. But yeah, lit up that tree nicely.
Dude, yeah, I love your night shots from your barn, and I think
they've been fun.
It'd be fun to see a series of them.
Yeah, to get clear nights up there, you know, that's what it would take. But
I think the clouds do a good job, though.
Well, yeah, you know what? That being said, I could do some work with clouds and some time lapse stuff maybe. But yeah, definitely inspired by kind of like you know, our inspiration from last week.
A little simpler.
Yeah, pretty simple, pretty basic. I did shoot a portrait shot of this as well.
Nice.
Kind of thinking, you know, having Instagram in mind with that. And that was kind of in black and white, which again, I edited this in black and white just to see what it looked like. And it looks pretty cool too. And I feel like for me at least, in black and white, I can bump the shadows and the exposure a little bit more just to get some detail, and it looks fine.
Because the noise never is.
Yeah, and it almost gives like a, you know, if anything, maybe a grainy look or more of a film look. So it kind of looks appropriate. Yeah. But yeah, this is kind of just a subtle image.
That's awesome.
Look to take more nighttime stuff.
Now is kind of the time of the show where we're gonna do just photos that really caught our eye this week, or photos that inspire us. You wanna go first?
Sure. All right. So my shot.
Ooh.
Shot. Have you seen this guy, Paul Nicklen?
No.
I think he might shoot for Nat Geo, but he did a whole kind of series on these sperm whales. Oh man, they were good in my opinion. He shot a ton of them.
Dude, it's like just a sperm whale portrait.
I know.
Underwater.
Okay, so my opinion on like whale photography or like underwater stuff. I don't ever like look at a whale and like see like its face, or they don't like jump out at me. But like this shot, I feel like I can see exactly, like I can see like the emotion almost. Like it's like, you know, a family of whales, but you can see the eyeball, you can see the mouth. like in my opinion, I don't know, whales are just so hard to like capture, and they're oftentimes like wide angle or something, and it's just like disorienting. But I could see exactly what this whale's like looking at.
Oh man,
like
I think they're sleeping when they're doing that.
Yeah, when they're upright like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I've just never. I think he captures whales nicely, and obviously he's an incredible photographer. But
dude, yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, black and white too. Just cool contrast and just like floating in space. These massive animals.
We could learn a lot from whales.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know exactly how this is gonna inspire me, but this was on my saved, like my photo page, stuff I've saved over the years. So yeah. Maybe just taking a step back and trying to get the bigger picture of things.
Yeah, maybe. So mine, a photo from a guy that I've been following for years now, and he only does portraiture.
Okay.
He doesn't do anything else, and he does these highly stylistic portraiture. And it's oftentimes really gritty. It's Harris Nukem, and this is a set that he put out, and it. You know, a lot of stuff could be almost sexualized. Like, it's typically of women, typically very, like, little clothing. But it's a little bit deeper than that. It's kind of like more of these art pieces. I mean, it's definitely art pieces. He shot for all over the world, sells prints all over the world. But this is like a series that he did, and it's called Boredom Diaries.
Oh, wow.
And it's of this gal who, like, it's just like, I wonder what the story is. You know, it's like, it's just these incredibly industrial kind of like, you know, takes, and then he just captures her so well, and she just looks bored as hell. Like, I'm up for anything. Like, I'll do anything to get out of here. You know?
Yeah.
Like, just
desperate almost.
Yeah. Exactly.
And gritty. Like, and her eyes striking.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And he always makes people look sweaty, kind of.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like you see how she's kind of like shining,
greasy.
That's like a classic thing that he does.
Wow, that first shot's amazing. I love everything going on.
Dude, yeah.
Like the color in that is so cool.
Dude, that's kind of, his color is insane.
It's kind of that mad scientist vibe. Like, could be in a basement, warehouse, like.
Dude, yeah, like these
some
are
sort of
the colors that he works with.
That's a good follow. That's a good.
Dude, yeah. So like, if you're ever looking just for something really off the wall, but just striking images, typically done in a studio.
Yeah.
You know, Harris Nukem is totally worth the follow. I would love to do portraits like that, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hard ask. I don't really know anybody that wants to do photos like that, but if anyone does, I would love to. So, I don't know what I'm going to draw from that, but like, if nothing else, draw from his colors, and maybe some of that just crazy exposed, like very like raw photography. Yeah. So this is episode 2 of the 3x3. Maybe is what we're going to call it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and I guess we'll see you next time.
Sounds good. See ya.